In just a moment, I'm going to have a couple of cards signed in a very unique way. One will be signed by punching a hole in it with this paper punch, and the other one will be signed with the magic marker. I'm going to be using the two jokers, which most people will throw away from a deck of playing cards, but I'll use the joker so it doesn't destroy any of my other cards. One of the jokers is going to be signed by with your name, whatever your name might be. I could use your name, my name. In this case, I'm going to write Mike. Let's pretend that's your name, so I'll write that upon the card. I want you to give me a 3-digit number for me to write down, like a PIN number, for identification to prove that the card you're about to see later on is your card. Now, let me flip around the pen a little bit because the one end of the pen, magic marker, has dried out. 352 is your number? Okay, 352 it is. So the next time you see this card, you know it's going to be your card because it has your name on it with your special PIN number. Now to mark the other card, all we need to do is punch the card out. This is a 1.5 inch paper punch. Should punch a rather large hole in the middle of the card. Just like that. Yeah, there you go. Don't need that anymore. The part that come out of the center, well, that'll go in my pocket. I don't need that. By the way, I never carry money in this pocket anymore because now my pocket has a hole in it. Ba-bum-bum. Yeah, I know, bad joke. Anyway, so much for the bad jokes, but we have two cards that have been definitely marked in a very special way. One with signatures and one with a hole in it. I'll divide the deck in two because I'm going to place the signature card, the card with your name on it and your special PIN number on it. I'm going to place it face up in roughly about the middle of the pack. I'll leave it in view the whole time, right about there's about the middle. I'll leave it in view the entire time, and it's right there, hasn't gone anywhere. We'll get back to that one just a little bit later. Now for the card with a hole in it. I'm going to not make the card disappear. Magicians can make cards disappear. I'm going to make the hole itself disappear. Watch the hole on the joker, because when the hole disappears, now the joker is entirely back as it used to be. There is no hole because the hole is gone. Yeah, the joker is completely normal like it used to be, and you can examine that card if you want. Make sure there's no hole in that. But where did the hole go? Remember your card that was signed with your special PIN number? Well, the hole had to travel somewhere, and that's exactly where it went, because this is now your card with part of your signature, and there's your PIN number, 352, just like magic. The setup to the routine is a large joker on top of the deck with roughing spray upon the back of it. Then we have a little joker, or the small joker, with roughing spray on the face of it, not the back, but the face. Then there's another large joker with roughing spray on the face of it. So we have two large jokers and one small. Now the small joker, that's the one you're going to take the paper punch and punch a 1.5 inch hole in roughly about the center, even though it doesn't have to be exactly in the center, as you can see here. Now the piece that you punched out, you're going to push it right back in using a rolling pin or a smooth edge of a glass. You could roll it back and forth and popping that center back in. Now it's difficult to see here, but here's a close-up of me placing the center portion of a cutout back into a card, which is a little bit better clarity. This card has also been punched out. The hole fits back in, and you simply roll it on both sides to make the center fit right back on the inside again. And there's virtually almost nothing to see. I mean, the lines are so small you'll never really see it during the performance. So this card has had a hole punched out of it and the center punched back in or rolled back in. So these two jokers, the small joker and the large joker, are going to go in the center of the deck as part of the setup. So you have one large joker up on top of the deck with the back of it roughed, and that stays there the whole time. When the cards are taken out, you remove the two jokers, the large and the small. placing them face down. The deck still has one joker up on top with the back of it with roughing spray on, remember that. So the two jokers have been removed from the pack. One joker with the hole punched out, the invisible hole you could call it, I guess, is on top of the deck, and that's the card that gets signed. Now usually I will sign it because if you get too close to the spectator, they will, with the right lighting, be able to see the fine circle indentation on that card. So I'll usually sign it with whatever name they want, and then I write down a 3-digit PIN number also on the card for special identification. Now the other joker, that gets marked also, you tell them. I'm going to use a paper punch. Take out your paper punch and punch the hole in it. Taking the center cut out, I usually put that in my pocket and say, by the way, I never keep money in this pocket. You know why? Because now it has a hole in it. Boom, boom. Yeah, no, bad joke. Anyway, so both jokers have been marked, one with a hole in it and one with his signature on it. Now you cut the deck in half. Now watch what happens here. I'm going to place the signature card face up in the middle of the packet. Now what I do is I place it down near the bottom and I push the center hole out. I push it out and just leave it lay there, but it's under cover of the top half. Then I riffle a few more cards and place the joker into the center of the deck. What that does, it gets rid of the punched out hole so that when you spread them on the table and pull that card out later on, nothing is going to show the punched out hole is actually a few cards down and underneath the spread. So the cards are ribbon spread upon the table. One signed card is face up, it's never left their sight. Now you tell them you're going to make the hole disappear. You simply let that card drop down on top of the rest of the pack, which turns it virtually invisible. And because the cards are roughed together with the roughing spray, those two stick together. So after it lines up with the card on top, you turn everything over, spin it around your thumb a few times, flip it over, face up, face down a few times. To prove the card is solid, now you simply separate the top card doing a wrist turn, a wrist kill. After showing it, separate just the top card doing a wrist kill to be able to pass that card out. Watch. The hole is going to disappear. Beautiful vanish. It gets flipped over. You show the entire card is back again because the hole is gone. You had to go someplace. This is where you do the wrist kill because now you have the dirty work being laid upon the table, the card with a hole in it. And the card you handed out can be examined. It's a regular joker. When you pull the signed card out from the spread, it's still signed, still has the PIN number, and there's a hole in the center. So the hole traveled from one card and it found its way over to the signed card, just like magic.